In this lecture, we will review some psychological research on the role of early abuse of the sex worker. I know the general assumption is that most sex workers come from a background of abuse, both physically and sexual, but rather what actual psychological research suggests. When thinking about any social topic, I want you to begin thinking objectively what the research actually states, rather than personal subjective assumptions. Okay, so I've got a few studies, and the first one is from pubmed.gov entitled Early Developmental Experiences of Female Sex Workers, a Comparative Study, by K. Potter, J. Martin, and S. Romans. And this is the abstract. And the objective of this study is as follows. The aim of this paper is to explore the early family environment of a sample of female sex workers and compare the findings with a large community data set of similarly aged women. As far as the method, sex workers were recruited by a snowball method. They were given a semi-structured interview, which included the parental bonding instrument. These results were compared to those from the OWCSA study, and the results are as followed. The sex workers' families were of lower socioeconomic status and had experienced more parental separation than had the OWCSA families. The mothers of sex workers were more frequently the family's main wage earner. Sex workers described both parents as less caring than did the OWCSA women. They were significantly more likely than the OWCSA women to report childhood sexual abuse. Now, the workers were more likely to have left home early, to have become pregnant before the age of 19 years, and have not completed high school. The conclusions were as follows. The sex workers studied came from families with more interpersonal difficulties during childhood and adolescence than did a control community sample of similarly aged women. The relevance of this conclusion to the wider sex worker population is difficult to determine given the non-random selection of this sex worker sample. Now, another study entitled Early Sexual Exploitation as an Influence in Prostitution from Child Abuse, with the authors Silbert and Pines. The annotation states, to examine the relationship between children's sexual exploitation and later prostitution, interviews were conducted with 200 current and former prostitutes aged 10 to 46 in the San Francisco Bay Area. The abstract states, results documented high levels of victimization of these street prostitutes both before and after their entrance into prostitution. 60% were sexually exploited as juveniles by an average of 2 males each. Over an average of 20 months, each abuser assaulted the child an average of 2 or 3 times. Victims range in age from about 3 years old to 16 at the time of victimization, and 2/3 had been sexually abused by a father or surrogate. The average abuser was in his 30s, and alcohol and drug involvement was reported by 58% of subjects. In 81% of cases, physical force, emotional coercion, or both were used. The vast majority of subjects lost their virginity through sexual exploitation, and the abuse often produced severe physical harm, including bruises, cuts, shock, and broken bones. The immediate emotional harm reported by subjects also was severe. In 63% of the cases, the subject had never told anyone of the abuse prior to the study. Of the 37% who did well, 68% told their mothers, and only 2% reported the assault to the police. In only 21% of cases did the abuse stop after its disclosure, and in 42% of cases, no action was taken. Implications for victim services are discussed. In most of the research on this topic, we see that coercive sexual activity in adolescence or young adulthood is associated with a variety of adverse health and social outcomes. Early coercion is associated with subsequent non-consensual sex, such as trafficking, unintended pregnancy, and abortion. Adverse mental health outcomes include low self-esteem as well as substance abuse. In my next lecture, we will review sex work customers. Who are they? We will find out.